I can't believe I just did that. Oh no. No. Stream didn't just crash. I accidentally went to grab my mouse and I hit the stream off. I hit my toggle switch to activate streaming on my stream deck. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh well, that's what I get for not having much space on this shitty ass desk. That's literally what happened. I wonder if I can put it onto the frame here to avoid. I can, but it's gonna vibrate like hell. It's gonna fall off, so no thank you. Yeah, just a dumbass mistake for me. I apologize to everybody. I just wanted to grab my mouse to authorize Delta. And I accidentally shut off my stream. I am a fucking idiot. Certified idiot. Okay, let's try now. Race fast. Okay. I have ACC activated in Fanatec. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 and 3. And then, so I've decided to change my testing philosophy. Because I'm mostly focused on sprint racing right now, I'm going to put my my field to sprint levels. And then I need to increase at the front. So we are looking at 60 liters, and I'm gonna do a full run in doing 60 liters. Where those my pop filter? I'm probably destroying your guys' ears. Hold on. I need to see if the YouTube side is still running. No. I need to update the link. Alright. Let's not do that again, shall we? Okay. Alright. Oh, whoops. My chair is on the right spot. Alright. Let's go. I know the CDAs feel like trash, so... Hello, Kaylosaurus. How are you? Yeah, the GTR still feels like ass. Mostly tired from work and my journey back home on bike, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Come on, turn, you gigantic brick. Sorry. Ah! Come on, man. God, the CDAs for GTR are so bad. Who made these? They deserve their ass fired. They feel like garbage. Like, why am I understeering there? This thing just has no rotation. GTR is a baby cow. It really is. But it's fun when you do stuff like that. I love my GTR, but damn, man. So how long you going for today? I'm gonna be doing half-hour stints in the 3 cars I have in the I have as the title. So we're gonna do a full stint in the GTR. We're gonna do a full stint in the Jag. And then we're going to do a full stint in the M6. And see my average times. Too late on brakes. The car doesn't want to rotate. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm probably just going to go 5 laps in the GTR. Because this doesn't feel like the GTR of old that I know very well. Where you get on the throttle and the car just wants to go. The GTR is very similar with the Bentley in that if you get on the power too early, the car straight up wants to kill you. There's none of that in this setup. Minus there for a second. I'm okay. Come on. There's like no rear end, and then there's no front end. I went too slowly through. Can changing brake balance help you turn? I tend to use a lot of front brake balance because I like to be able to have the car like rotate a lot. When it comes, I use a lot of trail braking and a lot of touches, but I could try. Let me try 58.6 and see. That was nice and smooth. I didn't go as wide as I want. Get on power early. There's the GTR that I know. Too early on power, the car wants to kill you. That's what it's well known for. Oh wait, I have somebody in Discord and I can't unmute. Ah! Nope, just pulse. I carried perfect speed through there. Why? Oh, okay. I'm good. Hold on. I heard somebody talking. Hey Reaper, do you want to be heard on stream or no? Because I am live. Okay. Alright. You're being heard now. Yeah, I'm trying to steer the pig that is the GTR, at least with this setup. Why? Like, it's literally what it is. It just doesn't turn. The CDA setup for this car is dog ass. It's actually depressing. Like, the GTR I know from like V1.7 and V1.8 was a car that was similar to the Bentley, just more straight line speed. It wasn't able to rotate as well as the Bentley, but then you just had so much power. Like, you would just gap cars because just the straight line speed. That's how stupid the GTR is. So the turning capabilities were not great. And then it also had the characteristic of the Bentley where if you got on power too early, the car straight up wanted to kill you. You had to be very cautious on power. I mean, granted, the Bentley is literally its road engine, a 4-liter Cosworth twin-turbo V8, detuned for racing. Because the actual stock engine has like 700-something horsepower. And they had to detune it to reach GT3 regulations to like 550. So that tells you something. Bentley's no slouch, but by detuning it, you reduce the top speed by so much. I guess I gotta go even slower. Yeah, there's just no grip in the GTR. Yeah, it's just something wrong with the nose. There's just no bite. I don't like a car that isn't like that. I like a stable rear and a bit of bite in the front on the initial turn-in, and then just let the car stable out. This setup doesn't allow that. There's just no bite in the front. And then the rear end just steps out a bit too much for my liking. I gotta get at least 5 valid laps. I have to. So I can see at least the average over 5 laps before I move on to the Jag and that torquey monstrosity that is that V8. Dude, it's nuts just how high the RPM goes on that V8, and then just the torque steer it has is terrifying. It's only good on one track anyways, disappointingly. Because it just doesn't turn either. Come on. There we go. That's beautiful. Guess maybe lowering brake bias is helping. Thank you, Kalis. I don't know why I shifted up there. I'm a clown. Pressures are really good on this setup though. They're all the same. That could be the problem. Usually, I like a softer rear end in terms of pressures. So I can get the rear of the car to rotate at times where I don't have to use brake. And then the front end, I like it to be very high in pressure range so it's nice and stiff. It's just how aggressive my initial turn-in is. It was probably the best village I've ever done. That is depressing that I had to be in the GTR of all things. Sad. Yep, I really have. It's sad. What happened? Heh heh. Is that artillery? Or tank destroyers? Oh, okay. The bullying is real, chat. TC3 is too much cutting. I don't like traction control to cut too much. There we go, gain back some time. That's how I can make back all my mistakes. No worries, I'll be here. Lol. That's what you get for living in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Oh well, not your decision. Your family's decision. Unfortunately. Oh! I'm alive. Why are you doing Japanese anyways? I thought that they were all shit. Yeah, the rear tires are gone. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna take some of the off flaps. This setup just feels like trash. It's depressing to say that. I'll probably have more luck making my own in the Jag and the M6 than doing this one. An actual paid sub one, which is sad, but oh well. I wonder if Stream Elements has got kick set up yet or not. I should probably do noties. Eventually. Okay, let's see. So I'll use these 5 laps that were just started. So 2 minute. .607. 2 minute 01. 230. 2 minute dot 305. So let's see. 01 dot 057. 2 minute dot 845. So we're looking at 2 minute 809. So if I just go here, welcome to my timing sheet. As you can see, GTR is all blue. I should probably activate all the old school cars in blue because they will need setup work. So we have the V12. The V12 that requires setup work. We have the M6. They will all need it. The Jag. And I've also marked the GTR because the GTR setups are shit. This is pretty good. 650S. I'm having real fun with the 650. It's actually a pretty good car. And then GTR, because these GTR setups feel like ass. So let's go to Silverstone. GTR is right here. 2-minute .809. Honestly, I was expecting worse, but that's okay. Even though no base mobile, I was like shocked at how well it was. Okay, what time is it? 16:41. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one, which should be the Jag. Yep, we're in the Jag. All right. Typical things I do when it comes to at least doing these cars. I take some of the features that come with some of the other setups from all the other cars. So in this case, some of the big features with these tracks is high downforce. So max that rear wing. That is a lot of ride height. I don't think I really need that. That's the safe preset. That's why. So I increase this by a click. I'm going to do 70 like there was there. Max the rear wing. Dampers I'm not going to touch. Here, I think I'm going to stiffen the front suspension a little bit and increase the bump stops like I did with the Mecha. I'll do 4s. That's the only change I'm going to do. And maybe preload down to... Actually, no. I'll have to drive the car to see that. 62 liters with brake pads 2, as always. TC is at 3.3. I'll take it. I might do 3.4. Now, let's see toe and camber. Let me reduce that to negative 3.2, reduce the toe to about 0.05, and then 0.01 toe in the front, and then I reduce the pressures. I'm going to do just a few laps, try and dial in the pressures. So I'll set them to 25s, and then we'll see what happens. Camber is good here. How about 3.8? I'll try 3.8. And caster should be okay, but I'll increase it to 7.5. Alright, let's try this. Let's see what the Jag has to offer. I'm gonna go TC4 here. That V8 is just disgusting. The noise. What's this Jag nonsense? Listen to this V8. I love it. Full tires. Car's not happy. The Jag. Listen to that noise. I love it. The understeer is a pain in the ass, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to dial down the preload by a click. I think the brake bias is too high. Wow! It surprisingly rotates well! Too bad these gear ratios are so effing long. Oh! That curb didn't feel good. That's already gonna make me a bit worried for cops. Take it nice and wide. Too much TC. I can feel it. TC2, let's go. Let's see what this thing can do through cops. Yeah, dampers need some adjustment. And I'm taking the corner too sharply. God, the TC in this car is so bad. Like, the actual electronics suck major dick. It's so depressing. Like, my God. Are you watching, by the way? Oh, shit. Like, dude, the amount of... It just cuts so much. It's like the Aston from V1.7 all over again, where you literally had to run TC1. You didn't run one traction control. You were a sitting duck because the TC would just go on forever. Now it's not too bad because the electronics have been made more realistic to the actual car, which isn't actually too bad, but it's still not one of the best on the grid. But they're decent. And they are decent now. Now I use like TC2, TC3, depending on the track, and it's like nothing. I still get the rotation, and I don't get it cutting too much. But the Jag is just constant cut. Like, god damn, dude. Oh, that was a bad bounce. Took too much again. I'm turning in too early. I'm also not carrying enough speed. Actually, I think I'm going to keep the preload diff the way that it is. It feels nice. It's rotating a little bit. But it just feels like there's not enough. For some odd reason. There's not enough rotation in the rear. But I'm already very close. It's just curb behavior. I'll need to... Oh. Speaking of curbs, I just ate that sausage. Great. Like, speaking of curb behavior, the curb behavior is awful already. The car does not like to take any of the curves. Yeah, just in cops alone, I can barely take much curb. You know what? I've had enough of these electronics. Give me one. Even TC1, man. God damn. Too much speed. I need to carry a bit less. Yeah, there's just not enough rotation right now. I speak of that, and the car almost wants to kill me. Going out of stow. The torque is just insane. There we go. That was better. How did you reach 1,000 ping? Sorry. Thank the networking gods. Nice. Yeah, I got a lot of funky snap. This car just sounds so beautiful. Just doesn't really have any bite in the nose, but the rear end is pretty good, so it's just fixing the front end and curbs. So that's a good thing. This car's pretty much already, with those small tweaks, this car's pretty much ready to go. Might also help that my front left tire, the actual tire that needs grip, is not overblown. It's at 27.5. The entire left side is at 27s. So that could be why I have no grip. But I'm going to continue on this run. Because I'm doing pretty well even with that. I'd probably be able to gain maybe a 10th or two more by having properly pressured tires. Yeah. I love how waiting on the throttle is faster. I'm also cooking, by the way. I might have to open up my door. Dude, it's like nearly 40 degrees outside over here, Celsius. Like nearly 100 Fahrenheit. Just like us over here. That was terrible. That was a terrible Abby. Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell happened there. Bruh. For those wondering who have just tuned in, he's playing World of Tanks. So don't worry, he doesn't actually have 2 degrees of depression. Oh, fuck. Your fault for picking that tank, then. God, the rotation is so good. It's just the front end, literally. It's just the front end that does not bite. This car is already good. Fix the curb behavior problems, and then fix the front end, and that's it. The setup is done. I should save this and work with Rob on actually perfecting this. I could already have a Jag setup ready. Not like I would be fast at Silverstone, but I'm pretty slow here. For reference, pro times are around the 58s to 57s. And some of the cars in qualifying are doing high 56s. And I'm in the 2 minutes. Because of the Jag. Being an absolute potato that this old ass 2014 GT3. Is it 2014 or 2013? I actually don't even know. It could even be 2015. Who knows? I don't. Because I barely ever drive this thing. Cool. Do fastest lap. I'm not really going for fast laps. This should be the last lap I have to do. But overall, this setup is like perfect. Holy shit. That's all I needed. Bruh. That just sounds like pain. Ah! Right on the limit. Holy shit. I think you're just running into some bad luck. I don't think it's the devs. There's just bad luck. It happens to everybody. You want bad luck? You should have seen my racing season last year. You'd cry. Just shit. Literally. It's the worst I've ever driven. And now this year, I've won a league and came second in another, and I might have a chance of winning the next season of this previously finished league. Like, what does that tell you? I'm faster than I've ever been. I actually feel more confident driving now than I have in a very long time. Literally a year. I haven't felt this confident. Things have changed. Last year was just, once I did own a GT3, their first season, it was bad. Yeah, 7 laps of fuel. Okay, let me see the pressures. So this guy needs to go down a little bit. This guy can go down a click. I'll do 4 there. Front end, I can do a click up, and then 5 there. So this is already really good. Like, this is spot on. Like, near perfect. All I need to do now is just figure out what's going on with the curbs and get the front end more. Maybe stiffening front suspension will help again. So maybe actually changing the wheel rate will help it grip more, and then I have to tweak the dampers so I can handle curbs better. And maybe try and get rid of that little bit of sudden snap I get through some of the corners from the rear. So maybe that's just increasing rebound here and then increasing bump by a click to help with that rotation. But yeah, this is like already spot on. Like, this is near perfect. May even change ride height it by a click, even though that might actually ruin the balance. I want to see, how is the balance of the car? It doesn't change. It only changes by a single point. So it goes from negative 4.6% for front aero variation. So that means that's more towards the rear. And then with, like, what was it? Was it about... When I reach... Where was it? I just saw a change. Was it 50 liters? Come on, it was there. I just saw it. There it is. When I reach 43 liters, once I pass 43 liters, the front aero variation changes to negative 4.5. So it becomes a little bit more stable, just by a minute 0.1%. Holy shit. So yeah, so here it is. Check the front aero variation box to understand how much extra aerodynamic pressure is moving to the front or away. So in this case, it's negative 4.5. So front pressure is moving away from the front end and being put more towards the rear. How I like it. I like a more stable rear and a pointy nose. Pretty much neutral. Where the car wants to rotate. I can get it to rotate however I want, through brakes or through throttle. So this is perfect. So this is 2636. This is perfect. This is my first ever Jag setup, and I almost got it spot on. Holy shit! Alright then, well... That's a good sign. Alright, 5 o'clock. The M6. Oh boy. You know what? I think I'm going to bring out a special livery. The livery I used for the 24 hours of Bathurst, which was Worst Wars 4 from Low Fuel Motorsport. A team that invited me to drive for them. GRT, the German racing team. They invited me over to drive with them. I think my name, yeah, my name is still on there. My name is still there. Everybody was German or Austrian. There's 3 Germans, one one Dutchy, one Austrian, and then there was me, the only North American in the team. Everybody was speaking Dutch. I could not understand. They would occasionally speak English to me, telling me like what the others were saying. That was it. So yeah, we ended up DNFing after like 8 hours. So because we just couldn't keep up. We were literally hoping the M6 was going to be good, and then in came the race. The car was just a pig. And then what's even worse is that we were like 6 seconds slower than everybody else, like on raw pace. It was literally just pure aliens everywhere during that event. So it's like, are you kidding me? What the hell are we supposed to do? 3.7 in the front. I'll keep the caster the way it is for now. Put it to 0.5. Increase rear camber. Alright, so we're looking at 2 and 2. I might do 2 and 4 because BMW... Oh wait, no, that's right. That would be too much interference from ABS at that point. 62 liters, that's okay. Reduce front brake bias a bit. This looks over stiffened, so I'm going to soften it a little bit. And then there's no bump stops for some reason. Let me add at least 3. Dampers look okay. They're not lopsided like some setups have it. Let me increase the front end a little bit. And in turn increase the rear. Max out the wing. That's it. Okay. Let's try the M6. The M6 is a lot better than the others, but still not as good as the new M4. Alright, here we go. There's no front end. Yeah, it's very bouncy. Bump stops IV25. Stormwind might carries on. Nice. Oh, you're playing Heroes of the Storm. Okay. Yeah, there's just no front end. Yeah, like the car just pulls. Lol. But this is the M6 after all. Oh well. At least it feels stable. That's the one thing I have to give it credit for. It feels stable. It's just the front end feels like there's nothing. There's like no bite. Maybe I need to add in more rake for this to work. Yeah, I'm gonna add in more rake. There's just no front end. There's no bite at all. Okay. Let me try 65. Try 600 and let me reduce this. This thing has more than one royal family. Yes, it does. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, it looks like it just needed more rake. Because it seems to be rotating a lot better now. And the front end actually seems like it wants to bite. So that was literally it. I wonder if it's going to ground out here. I didn't hear it before. It does a little bit. I need to brake a bit earlier. This is the M6 after all with its shitty brakes. Power understeer. Let me try changing TC to 1 and see what happens. Let's see now. Yeah, that feels a lot better now. I'm not carrying as much speed as I want. I want to be around 173 there. At least the front end grips now. I think it was actually TC2 that was the problem. Level 2. Is a TC1, the car is just rotating. Does like to drift wide though. Power understeer. Too fast through there. I left off brake too early. Yeah, what I noticed at Donington with the M6, now that I have a lot more experience, I'm starting to notice like certain characteristics with each of the cars. The BMW kind of acts like the Porsche in a way where you kind of have to just let it do what it wants in corner entry and apex before you can like fully take control of the car at corner exit. That's what I'm noticing. It's very much like the Porsche, where you just want the car to do everything for you. It does everything for you. The only thing you need to do is just give it gas, give it brake when it's ready, and then it just flies. That's what I'm noticing about the Porsche. You just want to take it easy. Let it do what it needs to do. Don't force it. Don't push it too hard. Just let the car drive itself. That's what I noticed at corner entry and apex with the M6. Like at corner exit, you can get on the power early and it wants to go. But corner entry and apex, it just doesn't want to move. Oh, there you are on YouTube. Lol. Yeah, it's not too bad on curbs either. I just need to see if I can deal with this understeer. Probably either more rake or stiffening up the front suspension a little bit will help it. Give the front end more bite. But it feels good. I feel comfortable in it. Lol. Yeah, we need to deal with that. Okay, so that's 3 laps. I have 50 liters of fuel. We'll go for a bit longer and see. I'm just not confident in getting on the power early because I feel like the car's just gonna pull forward. That's my problem. I can probably push this car faster. It's just the nose worries me because I don't know what the hell it wants to do. Eh. Okay, that time I wanted to comply through there. Like, you can see that I just let the car roll. I wait, I wait, I wait. Corner exit comes, and I'm just gone. Or the M6 just really wants to go. The torque is nice. I remember when I first started driving it to prepare for that 24-hour. I remember hearing stories about it having some of the worst turbo lag. I drove it for the first time. It was kind of like driving the Bentley, knowing that was a twin turbo engine, and then just getting on the power. I'm like, people said that this car was super turbo laggy. I don't feel anything. I remember that was the first thing I told my teammates. I don't feel a single bit of turbo lag. They were all complaining about it. I literally drove it. I'm like, I don't feel a thing. Because I'm so used to the Aston acceleration being so shit that having another car's acceleration that just feels like it has more power was a shocker to me. Like, I was astonished at just how quick the M6 just wanted to go. Like, the instant you get on power, look at that. It's just insane. I go back to the Aston now with this, and I'm gonna feel like I'm driving a potato on acceleration. But then everywhere else, it's just so good compared to the M6. M6 on straight line alone is fast. I feel really confident driving this thing now. Yeah, now that the fuel has completely started burning off, the nose wants to bite more. So maybe I'm gonna have to tweak it if I ever use this in an endurance race again. Or if I ever feel like driving in a race and I require like 1 hour of fuel, no pit stops, no nothing, I'm probably going to have to tune it to be able to handle that, and then just have to go with a bit of a risky setup towards the end of the race. But I don't mind. This thing is really well planted. This is a complete different contrast compared to Bathurst and V1.7. And Bathurst, oh my god, this thing was terrible to drive. It just wanted to kill you at every instance. Throttle, cornering, everything. It just, I would get caught out completely by the car. Now, the car tries something, not only do I feel it in the wheel, I feel it in my seat. I feel it through the HF8. I can feel that wheel spin. Oh, this feels so good. Driving a car I used to hate fast like this is such a difference. So yeah, this setup's almost really good too. I could probably save this and work on it a bit more. Curb behavior is a bit funky, but other than that, it feels great. Let me drop it down to 2 more clicks. And then increase this. Rear end, drop it by 1. And then drop that by 3. Yeah, this is pretty good. And then set this to 1, 2. I am impressed. Spinning feels awesome. It's just tuning that front end later, so maybe I might go back up on the suspension a bit. Or tweak dampers a little bit so I can get more rotation. Study up a lot of the cars, how a lot of them are set up for Silverstone, and then try and tweak them a bit more to handle how I want. Rake did the trick though, right away. So maybe a click more rake. And then we should be good later on. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one as well.
I have a fly trying to fly into my mouth. It's annoying the heck out of me.
Yeah, that's another step I can save. Alright, let's see the results from today. The GTR has no actual full 5-lap time results because, God, that thing is a pig. Just understeer everywhere. CDA fucked up. I'm sorry. They did. They messed up big time. Yeah, we have time for one more. Okay, where's Silverstone? Okay. GTR, 2-minute 3 as my fastest lap. The Jag did a 2-minute 1.6 as my fastest lap with an average. Where is the Jag? Here is the Jag. With an average pace, I can already set this to pink because the car feels really comfortable right away, just super minor tweaks. I did a 2-minute 01.896 as its average. Pretty good. And same thing with, I think I'm actually going to keep the BMW as requires more setup work because there's a lot more work I have to do. Here it's just maybe a tiny tweak or two. Here it's probably like a bunch more changes, so I'm not going to do that. And then the M6 did a 2013 with a 2015 average. So pretty good. Okay. Now, let's see. I'll cycle for one more car, and then we'll see the 2-3 cars I'm going to work on tomorrow. So let's see. What am I going to get? What's the next car I'm driving right now? I just did the 650, so that's a no. Sorry. Okay. I just did the GTR. What did you find?
I'm on Terraria Wiki, and then it says that a
Oh.
related community to the Terraria Wiki is fucking Thomas the Tank Engine Wiki.
Bruh. That's weird.
Wikipedia, apparently.
Bruh. Alright, McLaren 720S Evo right now. And then what are the next 3 cars? Mercedes. Okay, so that'll be for tomorrow. So we have the Merc. We have the Ferrari. Ooh, the 296. A car I'm actually getting quite along with. And the NSX I just did, so another reroll. What are we going to get? We're going to get... Oh, yes. What is Silverstone without having an Aston Martin flying on the track? The V12 Vantage. That's going to be fun. So Merc 296 V12 tomorrow. Okay, good. So now we do the Macca, because we have time. Time to die. From liftoff oversteer. It's funny though, I didn't really feel much liftoff oversteer before. I'm gonna do the official McLaren livery release. I didn't really feel much. It felt pretty good. Oh, Vicky messaged me. Hold on, guys. Okay. Last one for the day before I have to go for class. Alright, race fast, dry number 2. So what do we have? Okay. Max Caster, great. 3s on TC and ABS, no TC2. I want 60 liters. What is that? What is this? How is this drivable? Bruh. Okay. Alright, let's try it. Alright. 720S Evo. A car I was actually shocked with when I drove it at Donington. It was definitely slow because I have no confidence with this car. I will say this though, this car wants to rotate on a dime. Maybe that's why there's no anti-roll bar and low-ass preload. Because the rear end just wants to go. I need to see the HUD. There we go. I was also shocked to find that the brakes function. Yeah, the McLarens... Oh, I felt that snap. That didn't feel good. Lift off oversteer. That was my worry. Now this thing does not feel good on curbs. But my god, does it rotate really well. I'm going to increase brake bias a bit more because the rear end's wanting to step out under brakes. But no, the old 720S Evo, the old 720S was well known for having pretty shitty brakes, like the worst on the grid. Yeah, like you had to stop miles away versus other cars. Exaggeration, of course, but you get my point. I can feel the lift-off oversteer. I can feel the rear end just pop out. Look. I don't like that feeling. This is why I have a hatred of mid-engine cars. Minus the Ferrari now. The Ferrari feels so understeery. It feels like a front-engine car. But it's not. It has the engine in the middle. I will admit though, this McLaren rotates really well. I accidentally hit the grass there, so that's going to compromise my corner entry. So this lap's going to be a little slower. I can just carry so much speed. That's a sausage. TC4 is better for me. Let me try doing double 4. I think I did this at Donington, double 4. I feel quite quick over here, though. Right on the limit. Ooh. mean, this is where this car was built, so not a surprise that feels like an absolute missile through Silverstone. The one thing I will give the 720S and 720S Evo, this engine sounds beautiful. I've always been a fan of McLaren's twin-turbo V8s. They sound beautiful. There's no car like it with this sound. Nothing. Not even my favorite engine, the Aston Martin bi-turbo V8 from Mercedes sounds as good as this. I'm a big Mercedes guy, and I'm saying that. I love Mercedes V8s. And that thing just has no spot against the McLaren. That's off. Damn it. Too fast on entry. It's okay. I'm eventually going to get 5 laps if I keep up this pace. I'm into the 59s, so that's good. Oh, the rotation is so good. Besides the lift off oversteer, this thing just feels planted as all hell. Right, TC down to 3 again. It's all about consistency, not about getting fastest laps possible. Come on. My hands are already becoming sore. Oh, it's terrible. This car feels great here. Yeah, I feel really comfortable driving this McLaren. Okay. A little slow. It's alright. Yeah, I wildly missed an apex through maggots and beckets, but it's okay. happened. I'm learning that you actually want to rotate this car on the curbs. You want to use the curbs for rotation. That's literally what I did through Abbey. Going into Village is just use that curb. The car instantly rotated. Just don't use too much. Mess this up. Last lap. I think this is gonna... Oh! Lift off oversteer. I'm alive. Somehow, some way, I'm alive. Definitely we take those. Rear ends are going. The tires. I can feel it. Alright then. McLaren? I think I just went wide there. I'm gonna count it. Yes, I did. Damn it. I just went a little bit over. I am gonna count it though. Because it's just so stupid. Just the tiniest little bit that I went over on the final curve. I just drifted the car a tiny bit too wide. I will count it though. It's not gonna count, but... At least in the actual game, but I am going to count that time. I don't care. I just slightly drifted wide. That would have been a no time gained in an actual race. So 59.502, 59.757. Yeah, this is going to be a 159.6. 732. And then 159.8. Sorry, no, 0.962. And 159.707. The McLaren, again, surprisingly, I feel comfortable. There we go. Shelter it. 159.707, not bad. That is now the second fastest car on the list so far. So again, tomorrow we have Merc, 296, and V12. And I think the Merc is going to absolutely destroy this track. Yeah, so far so good. For those of you guys who have never seen the Donington results, here you are. I haven't done my Vantage stints because I do want to redo the setups with CDA. So I am actually going to watch my streams back from when I started CDAs, so I can take the settings I had that made the car feel good and then save them. And then I'm actually going to take those times I did from the race and use it. So yeah, there's that. So we'll see. So like Paul Ricard I can actually do right now. Let's see. Paul Ricard I should be able to do. That's one of the races where I started using CDAs. It was the last two races, I think. It was Watkins Glen and Paul Ricard where I started using CDA. Where's Watkins Glen? So Aston Martin GT3 144.762 with a 145.6 average. Oh, 145.646. Yeah. Oh wait, that's not the timetable. So 145.646. That was my average from the last race that I did. And then Paul Ricard. We have GT3 155.087 with an average of 55.529. So 155.0 is my fastest qualifying lap. Could have gone into the 54s, but oh well. I don't care. 55.0 is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Alright. Technically, I could update a lot of the tracks I've done, but that was before I started using CDA, so I can't. I have to redo the CDA setups. I'm going to watch those streams back and grab the setups themselves. Let me see if I still have that SimGrid League up. What time is it? Oh, class is going to start, so I have to end stream here in a bit. Let's see. I need to remember. So I didn't do Hungaroring. Yeah, it was Watkins Glen and Paul Ricard. That's when I got CDAs. A week before. So perfect. So yeah, so Watkins Glen, Paul Ricard. That's the updated stats. So we're good. We have the times there. Maybe I might redo the Watkins Glen times. You know, I don't want to ruin that fastest lap, so I'm probably not going to. Let me see. How does the time below actually work? The second lap time is best average of 5 consecutive valid laps for the ambient temperature. Okay. So then yeah, so that was the actual race stint. So I'm not going to change that. Good. So I know. So 45.645. Sorry, 646 at Watkins Glen. Good. And then Paul Ricard, I have the times there officially. So now it's just doing the rest of the tracks, like Donington, adjusting the setup, then saving it for myself. And that's it. That's all I have to do. Okay. Well, guys, I have class starting. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Good practice. M6 and Jag straight away. The setups are near perfect. So that's good. I just need to work on them a little bit later on. And then I should have Jag and M6 ready to go. So that'll be actually pretty fun. Pretty close to where they need to be. Yay. And then it's just tomorrow we do, if I have the time to stream again, Mercedes, 296, and what was the last one? Oh yes, the V12. The V12 is going to be pain, but God, the noise. I'm going to be happy with that one. Especially being at Silverstone, V12, yes. And then we should have, if I check my list, so if we do those three, at Silverstone. V12, Ferrari, Mercedes. So 4 middle. Mercedes, Ferrari. We have 6 more cars remaining, which is the Lexus, the Lambo, the M4, the Bentley, the R8, and the Ryder. Yeah, Ryder will be last. So those are the last 6 cars. So hopefully by Sunday, I will have all of them done. Which Sunday, fair warning, we are going to build the Peugeot 9X8. I should have some time if I get home early. So we'll build it. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and test those cars. And then we start on to the next track on the calendar for track.eu for me to see the first 4 tracks, what car I want to use, what car I feel comfortable with driving. Which the next track will be Kyalami. Ooh, I'm happy with that one. So I get 1 free driver, I get 1 free car swap. So if I find that I'm not comfortable on the next 4 tracks, but I'm comfortable with another car, I'm going to swap cars, and then I'm going to use it for the next 4 races. And then for these 4 races first. That's what I'm doing, which is why I'm doing sprint times. Technically, I should be marking pink for comfortable, because I don't know whether I'm going to be fully comfortable or not. So technically, it should all be green. That's what I should be doing, is marking them in green. Because I'm not comfortable with the full stint. I haven't done those full stints. That's probably what I'll do. Anything that's pink, I'm going to mark in green because I only tested full fuel. So these guys are all going to be green because I've tested at medium fuel. I'm not going to mark it as medium fuel only. Alright, so that's what I did. Green, medium fuel sprints. That's where I feel comfortable. Because full fuel stints will take longer. That's like an hour of driving. And I don't have an hour to spare right now with each car. That's going to take a bit more time. Like if I'm doing like maybe prep for enduros with certain cars, then yes, that's where I'll do full fuel testing. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Have yourselves a good night, and I will see you all maybe tomorrow for us to do the next 3, and then we'll see what the next 3 are. Have a good night. Wait for like 3 minutes more and then we start unloading. Use whatever tool you have, perform the act of dishing. I like use the same spoon because it feels like fishing. Cut the onions, dice the dill, big spoon sour cream, seal the deal. Just tourist. If you want to make yourself, go watch Life of Boris.